to Dhananjaya Prabhu, it's too late. So he was thinking, well, what does that mean? So Prabhupada said, it's too late. So still he couldn't understand what Srila Prabhupada was trying to tell him. So Prabhupada said, even if tomorrow all the devotees left, even if tomorrow all the temples closed down, and even if tomorrow the Krishna consciousness movement came to a complete standstill, Prabhupada said, it's too late. Because all the books are out there. And one person is going to pick up one of those books and start the whole thing again. So this is the glory of the distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books, that all the books are out there. Some person is going to read it and their heart is going to be transformed and they're going to start it all over again. Therefore Prabhupada said, it's too late. So this is very beautiful. So, but this knowledge is not easy to understand. Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita, Sa evaya maya tedya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam yatadutamam. Krishna says this knowledge is rahasya. Rahasya means it's very confidential. You may say, how is it confidential? Just now you said the books are everywhere. Yes, the books are everywhere, but it doesn't mean everyone can understand. Because to understand the knowledge, bhakto sime sakha cheti, you have to be a bhakta, you have to have devotion, you have to have some love, you have to have a heart which is not envious of Krishna. Therefore, the devotees know expertly how to explain the knowledge and how to prepare people's hearts so they can understand the knowledge. So here we're reading a verse. Prahlad Maharaj is giving all this amazing knowledge to his school friends. Remember, Prahlad Maharaj is only a 5-year-old child, but he's speaking like a scholar. And then his schoolmates ask him, where did you learn all of this? So this is Prahlad Maharaj's answer. Please repeat after me. Jnanam tadeta tamalam duravapamaha Narayano narasakha kila naradaya Ekantinam bhagavatastad kinchanana Padaravinda rajasa pluta dehinam syad Jnanam tadeta damalam duravapamaha Narayano narasakha kila naradaya Ekantinam bhagavatastad kinchananam Padaravinda rajasa pluta dehinam syad Jnanam tadeta damalam duravapamaha Narayano narasakha kila naradaya Ekantinam bhagavatastad kinchananam Padaravinda rajasa pluta dehinam syad This knowledge is an extremely confidential secret, but it can be understood if one approaches the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the bona fide agent, the spiritual master in the disciplic succession from Narada. Prahlad Maharaj wanted to impress upon the sons of the demons that although such knowledge can be understood only by a saintly person like Narad, they should not be disappointed, for if one takes shelter of Narad instead of material teachers, this knowledge is possible to understand. Understanding does not depend upon high parentage. The living entity is certainly pure on the spiritual platform, and therefore anyone who attains the spiritual platform by the grace of the spiritual master can also understand this confidential knowledge. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada, as I mentioned, traveled the world teaching. He never tired to teach. Thousands of lectures, thousands of conversations. At every moment he was teaching Krishna consciousness. So he was silent. Garga Muni was next to him. So Garga Muni's Bhavananda, in the spiritual world there's no one to preach to because everyone's a pure devotee of Krishna. So Prabhupada was constantly experiencing the bliss of preaching. Prabhupada was a sadhu. He was cutting. Jai Shri Shri Radha Banke Bihari ki jai. And therefore he was always answering people's questions in a very powerful way. But in each one of his answers he was teaching the powerful principles of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada would answer questions in different ways. Once when he arrived at the San Francisco, one reporter asked him, "Why have you come to San Francisco?" Prabhupada said, "Because the rent is very cheap." One time when Prabhupada arrived in America, the reporter asked him, "Why have you come to America?" Prabhupada looked at the Indian reporter and said, "Why have you come to America?" He said, "Swamiji, I came for better opportunities." Prabhupada said, "Me too. But you came for better opportunities to take. I came for better opportunities to give." And when Prabhupada arrived in London, the reporter asked him, "Why have you come to London?"